All right, this is the Yom Yom for today. Rav Hillel Miparich. Rav Hillel Miparich was a great Talmud scholar, and he knew Kabbalah, and he could have been a Rebbe on his own. They even called him. They said that he was half of a Rebbe. And the story goes that he had a partner he learned with, and they were both geniuses. I don't remember the name of the other person, but they knew all the books of the Torah and all the books of Kabbalah, and any new book that would come out, they would learn it 10 times. That's what I heard. They would learn it. Anyway, somehow or other, there fell into their hands the book, the Tanya. And everyone said about them, and justly so, that they were tzaddikim. They had reached the highest level of, perfection and, integrity in Judaism. And they read the Tanya, the first chapter of the Tanya, the book, the Tanya, and they looked at one the other, and they said, Ois tzaddik, we're not tzaddikim. In Yiddish, it means we're out of being. Ois tzaddik means we're not tzaddikim. Maybe we thought we were. And as they realized that there's something much more, true than any level that they could reach. And he became a chassid of the first Rebbe of Chabad. So the first Rebbe of Chabad sent him, look at this, sent him to go say Mamorim of Chassidut in various towns, just to go to these little towns. And the Jewish people would gather together, and he would speak and say words of Chassidut. Now, the words of Chassidut, just like we just finished learning in Torah, or talking about Mamali, calling how God fills the worlds, surrounds the worlds, different aspects of God. And he was a tremendous genius, so he knew how to explain, but the people didn't know how to understand. They didn't know what he was talking about. All these different levels of God. They believed in God. God's chachma, God's bina, and this type of love and that type of love. They were simple people. So he asked the Alter Rebbe, aren't I wasting my time? I mean, I could go over there and just sit and give him, a nice piece of advice or something, and that's it. He said, no. He asked this question: should I say the words of Chassidut even in towns and places, villages where people have no idea of what I'm talking about, what Chassidut is? The Alter Rebbe replied, I'm sorry, not that. No, I'm sorry. The Mittler Rebbe, this is the second Rebbe of Chabad. The second Rebbe of Chabad, he replied, I think that the Hillel Miparich never actually saw the Alter Rebbe. I think that's the story. He never saw him. He tried to, but he didn't. Anyway, he said, no, that's not. Yes, yeah, I think it is. Okay, it says, so he said to the Mittler, the son of the first Rebbe, the second Rebbe of Chabad, he said to him, you're asking me if you should say Chassidut to people that don't understand it? Said, maybe the people don't understand, but their soul hears. Like it says, flowing from Lebanon, right? It says, Nozlim milavanan. It's a sentence in Song of Songs. Nozlim milavanan. Yeah. What is Levanon? Levanon is Lev Nun. Lev is Lamed Beit. Lamed Beit, this is the heart. Nun are the 50 gates of understanding, 50 gates. So Lev, this is Chachma and Bina. Chachma is the essence of the heart, like it says, and Bina is the Nun. This is the Chachma and the Bina of the soul. When the soul hears these ideas of Chassidut, because they're truth. So maybe the person, his normal mind doesn't understand it, but his soul understands. From the essence of the soul, there's a flow and a stream of droplets into the ray of the soul, which enlivens the body. In other words, only a little bit of the soul is found in the body. That's who you think you are. But the fact of the matter is you're being created by God, and your soul is much, much greater, and it appreciates God much more than you. The soul, when it's in the body, what do you appreciate? You appreciate a good meal, you appreciate money, you appreciate the fact that you're a Jew, but you don't appreciate God like you do money or things like that. The soul appreciates God. What does the soul care about money? And the higher the soul is to God, the more appreciates God. It says, true, you're not connected to that level of the soul, of your soul, but when Chassidut is mentioned, it awakens this aspect of your soul. This results because this aspect of your soul, it's true. It's truth. It's not some spiritual. It's just connected more to the truth. There's a creator. This results in a person being stronger and doing good in the 248 positive commandments and turning from bad in the 365 prohibitions. In other words, when you say Chassidut, this strengthens the truth of your soul and it connects to the truth of the Torah in your actual day-to-day life. And that's what Chassidut does. Okay, now let us have a story. Maybe we'll have a story. I don't know if we should start this thing. Maybe we'll start it tomorrow. I think we'll start this moment tomorrow. Here's a story.